Hey man, can you count this tempo? Yeah, for sure. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, what? No. It's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait. What are you talking about? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's agree just to disagree. What's up people, I am Gal H, Music and Stuff, and today we're gonna analyze this beautiful piece by this very interesting Israeli band called Pinhas and Banav. So let's begin. The song called A Tree That Is Falling, or in Hebrew, Etz Shenofel. And I recommend you to listen to this song before you're gonna hear my analyze, so check it out in the link in the description below. The song starts with E major scale, and after modulation, it ends in A major scale. I will save the tempo for later because it have a really unique and interesting element, and I don't want to spoil it with other stuff that I'm gonna analyze. The first chord is E major 7 13 in this unique spread of 1 5 6 3. After that, in a similar spread comes the E minor 6. After that, I can only assume it's something in the realm of A minor, and after that B minor, but I'm really sure it ends on C major 7. So let's analyze it. The first transition is really cool in my opinion because it's a transition of a major tonic into a minor tonic. We can see in the progression of 4 major and 4 minor that in voice leading it works, but it's still rare to see this kind of movement on a tonic, especially on the 4th chord. After that, it's a movement of subdominant and dominant, but instead of ending on the tonic, we end on the 6th degree, creating a deceptive cadence progression of the E minor. So at the verse, the first chord is E major. After that, it's B minor, D, and A. So I can understand by looking at the chords B minor and D that the verse is in E mixolydian mode. I can see that because both of those chords contains the D tone from E mixolydian. I can't tell very well what happens in terms of harmony function, but I can tell what happens in terms of voice leading. So the two lowest tones in E major lower by a whole step, creating B minor. After that, the upper tone lowered a whole step, creating D. After that, the lowest tone lowered a half step, and the middle tone lowered a whole step, creating A major. And as we know, subdominant can resolve back to the tonic, so by that it goes back to E, and we can repeat the cycle. So this whole loop repeated itself 4 times. So at the chorus, the last chord changing from major to minor. So we have A minor, E, C, D, E major, F sharp on the base of E, A minor, D, G, F sharp 7, A minor, D, and E into the bridge. The bridge itself is basically the same as the intro. So let's analyze the chorus. So the first chord functions as a subdominant of E minor. After that, we go to the minor tonic, E minor. After that, we have an elevating progression to the E majors. So we start with the major 6th degree, after that the flat 7 major degree, and after that the 1st degree, E major. After that, we're shifting the mode from mixolydian to lydic mixolydian by changing the chord from E major to F sharp on the base of E major. After that, we have a 2-5 progression of Gs. G major function as a sub 5 of the F sharp 7. So after that, F sharp 7. After that, we have another 2-5 progression of G, but instead of resolving to G, we resolve up to E. After the second chorus, instead of going back to E, we go to the more natural resolving of D to G. So after the second chorus, we go to this bridge of the piano. So the first chord is G. After that, C, E flat 7, sharp 11, D minor, C, B flat, A minor, F sharp diminished 7, E flat diminished 7, E, and then A to the modulated verse. So let's break it down, shall we? So the first chord is the resolving of the last progression to 5, A minor, D to G. So we modulate it from E to G major. After that, it's the subdominant of G. After that, we go modulating to E flat 7 sharp 11, basically E flat Lydian. I couldn't find an answer of how this progression works, it just works. After that, we have a downward progression to B flat. B flat function as a sub 5 of A minor. After A minor, we have F sharp diminished 7 and E flat diminished 7. Basically, both of those chords are the same. The E flat diminished 7 function as a leading chord to E, and E function as a dominant of A. So we're basically experiencing 4 modulation from E to G, from G to E flat Lydian, from E flat Lydian to A minor, and from A minor to A major. That's a lot of modulation, but it doesn't feel like it, and that's the real magic here. After that, the verse and the chorus are basically the same, but on A major. After that, we have the third bridge. So the bridge starts with A major 7, 13. After that, F sharp minor for 2 bars. And after that, D minor. This cycle repeats itself 6 times. After that, we have another loop, similar to the first loop, but in the second chord, instead of F sharp minor, it's B sus. The B sus adding a lot of color to this loop. After that, it's F sharp minor and D minor. So let's analyze it. So the first chord function as tonic. After that, we have a submediate. Submediate connecting us to the subdominant. But this subdominant isn't major, it's minor. This minor subdominant function as a negative dominant of A major. I won't get into specific details of how negative harmony works. Just accept the fact that minor 4 can function as a potential dominant. After that, we have multiple solos on the harmony structure of the verse. After that, the ending is basically the same as the intro, but on A major scale. And instead of resolving to the E major chord, we're resolving to A minor. Okay, this is where it gets really interesting, because this piece has a really unique time structure. So let's begin with the intro. So the intro starts with the time signature of 5 quarters, with an emphasis on the 1 and the 4. After that, everything until the verse is 3 quarters. Now here where it gets really tricky. So as you can hear, it's really hard to count. The reason why it's really hard is because the time signature changes every measure. So we start with 6/4, then go down to 5/4, another down to 4/4, then we go up to 5/4 and back to 6/4. So we have an endless cycle. Now, this concept of time signature modulation is really interesting and gives a new perception on rhythm in musical pieces. After that, at the chorus, most of the time we stay in 5/4. So the next interesting tempo part is the second bridge. So the easiest way for me to give a time signature for those next lines are 11/8. So Listen carefully. The drum emphasizes the 1 and the 6, dividing the measure into group of 5 and 6. After that we go to 5/8, 4/8, and 3/8, one after another. After that we go to 5/4, 4/4, and then back to 5/4. This is crazy. The same bridge that have 4 harmony modulation have also 7 time signature modulation. Okay, I'm not even gonna try to remember all those instruments, so I'm just gonna read it out of the paper. So the piece has 2 singers, flute, violin, viola, piano, electric guitar, acoustic guitar, electric bass, drums, and percussion. So there are 2 intros in this piece. The one is the one with only the piano, and the second one is with the flute as a lead voice, 2 string accompanying, and a nice touch of acoustic guitars. Between those parts is this really big strange drum that's supposed to introduce to us the rhythm pattern that are in all of the verses. After the intro, in the verse, the strings and the flute drops out. This is to create a feeling of emptiness and void. In the chorus, the guy adding a second voice. In the second bridge, the string come back and continuing from there on. This is because of the modulation to create a feeling of hype and elevation. In the modulated verse and chorus, this time the guys sing the main voice and the girls sing the second voice. So the real magic for me in this song has to be the third bridge. First of all, this amazing line of the piano with this amazing reverb sound is just... It's just great, guys, just great. And after that, the way that the strings and the flute blending in, and after that the singer and the drum, just all of that is just great, outstanding, and breathtaking for me, in my opinion. So after that, there's a solo where the piano and the flute plays, and I personally preferred the flute solo. I really like the flute, and it really reminded me of Ian Anderson playing from Jethro Tull. I just liked it. And in the end, there is this element of frame, meaning the first motive that started this song, ending the song. That's it. I really enjoyed this progressive piece. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah. Oh, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like and check other stuff they made and blah 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 blah. If you can, please subscribe to this channel. I will really like it.